Bakersfield Underground, the Bug, and you just heard our broski's lion's name, Leo. Big stage. We got our broski T over here in the house. T part 2.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, broski? Thanks for coming by once again over here at the Bug.
You're very welcome. I want to start off by saying thank you, guys.
Oh, man. All
Bakersfield,
right.
Bakersfield, are you with me here? Let's give it up for Bug, man.
Thank you, T.
Namaste. Namaste.
Yeah, for real. Namaste. Hey, T, so the last time that you came on the show, we were focused more on lion's name, Leo, right? And I know that we
went over so much.
Yeah, we went over a lot, but we ran out of time, too, you know?
Yeah.
So now we're bringing you back because Traxter now, right? This is the new thing that's going on, or the old new thing, right? Yeah, I love it. I love it. But before we get started, this is your camera right here. Go ahead and plug social media. Where can people find you at on social media? How can we get a hold of you?
My main one right now is just regular old Facebook. It's Tee Tafkatlas.
You gotta spell that, broski.
It's funny story. Facebook's so jacked up. They've blocked I don't even want to talk about them, but anyway, I had to recreate another account. It's Tee and then Tafkatlas, which stands for the artist formerly known as the letter after S, which is
I love that, man.
It comes from some of my stand-up comedy I'm working on, but it's Tafkatlas, Tafkatlas, just the letters. So Facebook, email. If I like email because it's solid and you can't get messed with or whatever. It's just T the Trace spelled out TeeThetrace @gmail. And I would give my phone number out, but that could get crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, we actually had somebody. I'm not gonna say who it is. Give out his personal number
on the show.
On the show. I said, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, "Oh yeah, man." Blah blah blah. His phone rang nonstop for 48 hours, nonstop. And he was like, "I had to change my number."
Oh no,
it was that bad. I said, "Yeah, you never know who's listening. People like to bullshit around all the time." But yeah, man. So all right, T. So tell us, man, what have you been up to, man?
Well, man, since I got the last one, I want to take a moment and say rest in peace, Ace Frehley.
We just recently lost his space, man.
Because I had went on the last time I was here, and I sent it to someone, said I'm going to go back, and I just played a bit of it, and we talked about that. Kiss was still going, and Ace had his band, and then I was like, wow, dude,
it's crazy how we're losing them now.
I know.
Yeah.
I just so many people talking about it and tributes, and I mean, I kind of saw it coming.
All right, because
he wasn't that healthy.
Yeah,
and he was getting up there in age, just
taking
like Ozzy.
Several trips. Ozzy, man.
Ozzy hit hard, but again, it didn't surprise me. Because Parkinson's, and he did his last show, and all that stuff.
Hey, man, he muscled through it.
He did.
He performed,
Ozzy said some stuff that just is immortal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
When he said, he was the Prince of Darkness, but he said some heavy shit like,
oh, hell yeah.
Can we just all learn how to love and forget how to hate?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Coming from him too,
coming from Ozzy. It's like, I'm with that guy. I don't know. It's not that hard, people. But
actually, earlier today, I went on the YouTube rabbit hole, right? And an Ozzy video came out where he went in his basement and he found this old school synthesizer that he used.
Wow.
And and it came in a cabinet, bro. It was this whole fucking section comes up, bunch of knobs, man. But he knew
a Moog synthesizer or something?
It was something like that, yeah. Wow. It would give these sound with wow, wow.
Sounds like a Moog.
And I was like, and he was fucking with it, right? Because he was like, I remember I used this to record this song, and he was messing with it, but the happiness, the joy in his eyes, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't seen this thing in a while, but he was working it like it was yesterday that he reused it, right? And this is the kind of shit that I fucking love. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we're losing people like that, but man, did they leave an impact in the world, right?
Sure.
And in music, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that something that you ever think about? Like, I got a bunch of music out there. Well, you do. You have a lot of music out there.
Lots.
And people that like 20, 30 years from now are going to get to listen to it. Yep. Especially after this interview right here. People are going to tune in. Lions Named Leo, Traxter.
And there's so much more.
Yeah.
When Lions Named Leo, I was getting up there in age. I had a back and I had some, kind of serious health issues. And my old bass player, the original from Lions Name, Mighty Mike. Hi, Mike.
Shout out, Mike.
And I said, dude, I'd like to get everything under an umbrella and all these songs that is stuff I had written in B.O.B. and my solo stuff and from all this, different things, and just put them under Lions Name umbrella. So there's like 65, 66 songs on that, but not all of it was written in Lions Named Leo.
Yeah. It was like a compilation, pretty much of different.
Just throw it all under
different bands.
Now, Traxter, that project was the first. When I first started playing, I was in Taft. I picked up the guitar like 7th, 8th grade. I took piano and trumpet. Saw this guy playing an acoustic guitar in the field and was like, ran, Dad, I want a guitar. And he got me this nylon thing. I think I talked about it, but after that, it just rolled and rolled. And I was in some bands here and there, and I kind of got to Bakersfield, went to Cal State right out of high school, 82, 83, 84, then back to Taft College. But I've been looking, and then Traxter, I was volunteering to help at the women's home.
Oh, okay,
for young women having babies, and I brought the sound, was helping, and I had a striped shirt on, and Striper had just come out. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah. I think we spoke about it on the last one.
Black Attack. I think Michael's still doing that. They're still doing stuff in their 60s, but and I love their music and their message is positive and all that. So we were helping, and that's where I met Rob, Bobby Del Rey, the bass player. And he said, "Hey man, you like Striper?" I was like, yeah. And I had the striped shirt, and we started talking. And he's like, "Yeah, we got a little group, and do you sing?" I go, "Yeah, I sing and play guitar." And he was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does. I go, "Okay," So we met, and that's how it began. He had Anthony Cutshaw on drums and Danny Beasley, the original, and we met at his house on Decatur, little back room. And that's,
that's how he got started, huh?
Danny had a couple licks, and they didn't have any songs, but I was a songwriter and a singer, so we just, let's do that and this and this, and it just snowballed. And then, let's see, I think Danny left first for job, something happened.
Hold on. But when you have the original lineup, the original
lineup.
Yeah. So is it difficult because you're coming into something that has already been formed? Right? Well, or did everybody join in at the same time?
When you say form, they didn't really have a band.
All right.
It was like Rob played bass, Danny tinkered on the guitar, and Anthony was an incredible natural drummer.
Yeah.
He just had it in his blood. But they didn't really have...
Okay, it was just the broskies fucking around pretty much. I've been to several sessions.
But they were looking for other, and
and
it was cool. And I heard what they were doing. I was like, oh, okay. And I had some songs and already written because I had a studio and fellows in the basement, and so I was already doing stuff with other people.
Is it difficult to kind of blend in or try to mesh together with other different sounds? Because everybody plays different, right?
Yeah.
So was it difficult to come up with that Traxter sound in the beginning? Did we create it, or is it just a blend of everybody?
Well, I mean, they didn't really write songs.
Yeah.
They didn't have a songwriter or a singer. And I was a songwriter, singer, and I had already started writing songs and recording on a little, 4-track. And, like I said, I had a little side house that a church let me use. There was this little house they let me go in there with my drummer.
Hell
and just started, we didn't know what we were doing. We just...
Experimenting with sounds.
We thought recording a band was putting 2 mics in the room and playing. We didn't know about.
But you were doing it, though.
We were doing it.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
It's like, you're supposed to mic the kick and the snare and the bass.
That's how it's done.
And mix it. So I got better and better. And then there was like a basement in an old church somewhere in Fellows. These people, we would just go wherever we could find a room.
Yeah.
And then I met Rob, and so we started coming over here. And we played, I think, a few shows with that lineup, and then Danny left. the original. He looked like Oz Fox from Striper, totally, dude. He had the hair, but he didn't write songs. He just had some licks. So I took them and formed, I think, Holy Rockin' and Come to Open Arms on the first. If you look up Traxter on YouTube, full album.
Yeah, it's available out there, so go ahead and check it out. Yeah, definitely.
YouTube Traxter full album. That was, just keep in mind, that was 1989, 90.
All right.
And we recorded at a church on Olive Drive, still there, the big church by Hodell's, kind of that side of.
Did you have like because when you're in a church, it's usually like big rooms.
No.
Or were you in an actual room?
Well, if you've ever been there, they had the big sanctuary thing, and then they had these little offices, classroom. And one of the guys that went there had access to like a little. It was something like this, just a room, and we'd set up in there, and just we recorded it. It was a demo, but it was good. I mean, you can hear it, and then So we kept playing. We won 2 Battle of the Bands. Danny left, auditioned this guy named Dave Greaser, MIT graduate, great guitar player, but he didn't have the same idea and vision we had.
Which can be difficult sometimes.
And he was like, "Hey, bro, so I'm not really feeling it, but good luck," And so I auditioned. I think a couple other found Leonard, Leo, the guys that made it in. And then Anthony ended up leaving over personal stuff. I can't remember exactly what.
Shit just happens. Everybody has.
Yeah.
People don't understand that it's difficult to work in a band where you have 4 other members.
Yes.
Because everybody comes in with their situations, right? It happens.
And he was going through whatever he was going through.
Yeah, it's understandable,
And I really can't remember exactly why he left.
It must have been very important, though. I mean, he felt that way,
And I don't know. I don't think we fired him. I think we just had a meeting where it's like, this is just your personal life's getting too something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's either you're in or you're out, pretty much, right? Because we're all in.
Yeah, and he was like and Anthony, if you see, I love you, bro. He's just one of the best drummers I ever played. Young, but he just had it.
It's always the drummers, man.
The natural, just. The guy would sit around and, he was always.
It would just naturally come to him.
His dad played congas.
Oh, so he had that rhythm already.
And he could sing and play. Which
no shit.
Big, and I always wanted my band players to sing.
Some background
vocals. You gotta sing, bro. You gotta sing. At least backups. Maybe switch off lead, whatever. So anyway, one of the guys that used to come see us a lot, Darren Kirkendall. In fact, there's an old video I'm trying to get digitized right now. We played a show, and 2 of the guys are there.
Nice.
Reggie's walking around through the crowd, and Brian. And this is, before they were even Korn and Sex Art and all that stuff. Well, they weren't in Sex Art, but that whole thing happened. And Darren was there, and he had the Traxter bubble shirt, one of our first shirts on. And so I don't know how, but Rob maybe mentioned it or something and said, "Hey, we're looking for a drummer." He came in, and he was green and didn't sing, but he, had a lot of discipline and he learned the parts, and we had a record coming up. We had dates and everything, so it was like he was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it ain't easy coming into something that is already built, right?
And it was like, dude, just learn the drum parts the best you can, and he did.
And let's just go. Yeah, you got to give it up to him. For doing that.
And then we got, like I said, we were doing really well in town. We played the Whiskey. We did the whole Hollywood thing. It was a lot of fun. Got a record label called Lord's Records, Spectre Distribution. I don't remember how I hooked up with them, but they saw us or heard about us or something. So my dad's like, "Be very careful, son. Read those contracts." Every line.
Hell yeah.
So I got Don Passman, everything you need to know about music business, attorney. So it was like the Matrix, plug in and just
absorb everything that you can.
And what's funny, the first contract they send, the producer guy we were working with, Barry, he's like, "Oh, don't worry about anything. Just sign it and trust me." I'm like, "Yeah, right, sure."
Shit.
So just straight up.
And that's the mistake that a lot of bands make.
They
right?
do. John Fogerty,
because they say, yeah, exactly.
He signed that when he was young.
He is one person that does actually talk about that.
Prime example. He could not even play his own music.
Yes, isn't that fucking crazy?
Without their permission.
And it was just recently he re-released all his old. That's a whole other story. But look that up. Look that up.
Look that up. Young people, listen to me.
Don't get too excited about signing a contract. Yeah. I know that my broskies El Tiempo went through the same situation, and I've heard all the stories. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, man, this is crazy because people do get crazy with the amount of money they're throwing out there, not knowing that you have to pay all that shit back.
Yep.
Right? But okay, but what happened in your situation?
I'm reading the fine print, right? I get it. And I'm like, wait a minute. Verse section 8A or whatever, and party on owns the copyrights now of party B. That would be. I'm like, whoa, what does this have to do with copyrights? You're publishing.
Yeah.
You take it, you get a cut for the publishing, and you provide tour support. And so I called Barry. Oh yeah, don't worry, man, I can fix that.
But that can mean a lot in the long run.
Huge.
Even though it's one. Let's break it down. One song. Could mean a lot because that one song.
Dude, we couldn't play my music. I just signed that. We couldn't play our music without their permission.
Yeah, even if you wrote it?
Yeah, I wrote it.
With your hand, if you wrote it, you played it with your hand.
Wrote it.
But somebody else owns it without you even noticing that one little section.
And
in a 50-page fucking, yes, dude.
Thanks to my dad and Don Passman, I caught it. I called him. I go, Barry, what is this? Oh, well, we can change that. Yeah, but you just told me trust you.
Yeah, and he's the one you're supposed to trust him with your
exactly. I go, now paperwork. I don't trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, whatever.
I'm glad you're mentioning that.
Yeah. So then we're gonna redo the album thing, and then I'm like, okay. And then they had the artwork made up. They didn't ask me about the artwork. They didn't proof any of us.
Who was taking care of the artwork then?
Producer guy, that Barry guy. And he had a painting done, and nobody asked me about like the artwork or what I thought of it.
Which is crazy. It's okay to pitch in, but
it was like
who has final say?
And you'll see it on YouTube if you look. Traxter, it's this big like creature dude with a syringe arm, and there's like a guy going through a door, and there was a song on it that they thought was a big single called "Just Say No," and it was timely because at that time the big anti-drug thing with the Reagan. Say no, so we had a catchy song that kind of went with it. It was cool, and it was, it was all right. And
was that the album cover? Is that something that you envisioned? No, right?
No, I didn't have any say so. But I was shit. Oh well, they're the record label, whatever.
They know what they're doing, type stuff.
And they didn't. But so they took the reel to reel that we had done at this studio. I can't remember the name of. I can't remember the name of the building. It was. The church is Olive something Christian now, but anyway, they took that up to Sacramento. Tesla, the big band from had just left the studio, and I brought me up there, and I'm like, "What are we doing here?" And he goes, "Oh, we just want you to re-record the vocals on everything." And I go, "You mean we're not recording the album? Like it was a demo album?"
Yeah.
Oh well, we got this new stuff, and he'll run it through his stuff, and so I was like,
okay, so. Can you describe what a demo version of an album is? Like a scratch track, pretty much?
Well, it was recorded. I mean, you can hear it, like I said, if you go look it up.
But the difference, right?
The quality.
Yes.
It wasn't, it was like this guy, Mark Davis, I think, in this little studio with a 16 track. And, it was decent.
But it's not what was supposed to be released.
No.
It's more like a scratch track, something for you guys to...
Well, it was a little better than scratch. It was was somewhat radio ready, I guess. I mean, you can listen to it now and go...
Yeah.
But when you hear that and then hear like what we just did or something on the radio now, you'd be like, oh, wow. So they get me up there, I stay for the weekend. We stay at Darren's friends or something. And they bring me in the studio and they put me in headphones and I sing the whole album again.
The whole thing,
you already have that, but okay. Yeah, well, we have, we want to put your voice through this thing. And I go, what about the drums and the bass and the guitars? And
everything that comes with it, yeah.
Well, just trust us, So anyway, that came out. And then,
T, are you paying for studio time?
No.
To re-record? It's part of the contract?
No, that's one thing they did do, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to rebuild the whole album from the ground up with pro gear, and that studio was amazing.
So you had an idea of how an album should have been recorded because you've done it before, or was this your brand new to this whole business?
I would listen to the bands of the time, like what was coming out, and it was pro. I mean,
sounded different.
It was just pro, and you could tell our album was like not pro. It was good, but it and you can listen to it. It's there. The parts are there, and then also there's a couple songs like The Day. I wanted this big production, like the way I hear it in my head with violins and a choir.
You wanted to go big on it,
12-string guitar. We just did 4-piece version of it, and it's just,
which is different,
way different,
compared to what you have on your mind.
The guitar tones, the bass tone, the drum tones, everything. And I thought, we're gonna record, and make it really, like modern. And no, and so they did that. And I'm like, okay. And then we had the CDs.
So you just accepted it. Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off because this is very important. Yeah. You're saying a lot of important things here, and I don't want future artists to make the same mistake. So would you say something?
Absolutely. I wish I would have known.
You didn't know at that time.
I was young and dumb and just full of like vinegar, hey, all right, we got signed, and and I didn't. And Dad my dad was smart. He was an educator, and he's like, son, read everything. And then I got the book, and I'm like, okay, there's royalties, and there's publishing, and then you got to get them with BMI, and blah. And
so are you talking, when you say book, are you talking physically? There's
a book
everything you need to know about the music industry, which I have read that before.
Don Passman.
I've read that one and the music in the movie one also. Movie industry.
Famous.
This is a really good book. It's like on volume 30 now. They keep updating it.
There's
so much.
It's priceless. If you're in the business, it's priceless.
Oh,
and I didn't know anything about all this. I dig into that. Well, then we get signed, right? And we do this. He gets us this minivan, and we drive from the studio door to Nashville, Tennessee in a minivan. Like, packed the minimal amount of gear. I think we had like one guitar each, and then Darren had a snare drum, and we had to cram all that in the back section.
The drum already takes a lot of space.
Yeah, well, they had a kit there, and then they said just bring the guitar heads and the guitar. So it was stripped down. We had one roadie, and we left, and we drove 37 hours straight to Nashville.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
But it's Nashville, though.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Drive 5 hours, sweating out, and the guy in the middle, in the back, could lay down. Right? That's the only guy that could actually, because he could lay down, put his feet between the two people in the front, and so whoever there, they could chill for a minute and sleep, and then we had to stop and poop and pee and eat or whatever, and then just keep going, man. We drove through hailstorm. There's an amazing Devil Dog Road story that we just crazy stuff happened. Had a blast. It was cool.
Yeah, no funds or anything like that.
No, we didn't pay for it all. They rented the van and got us there, and we're like, okay, cool. And we played this big showcase thing. I guess they were trying to get us out, in the industry. Met a bunch of the, kind of Christian metal artists and different people that were there.
Dope,
Tennessee is just beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful city. So then we just keep doing what we're doing. We didn't get any tour support. We didn't get any fan mail. They were diverting our fan mail away. They didn't do any accounting, quarterly accounting, so we had no idea what was selling. Yeah. So
they're trying to hide all that from you?
Yeah.
You think it was intentional?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going by Don's book, and I'm like, okay, where's our tour support? We were supposed to get put on tour, everything paid for, this and that, and new gear, and none of that happened.
Because it does get expensive. We're talking from the smallest things as gas, food, things that we don't really think about. It adds up times 5, you said, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So we weren't getting anything. Our fan mail, our monthly, our quarterly payments, so CDs were selling all over the place. Yeah, we didn't know. So according to the book, said if you got a crazy record label, contact the Harry Fox Agency. So I contact the Harry Fox Agency in New York, and I'm like, hey, this Lord's Record people, Spectra, they're totally dicking us around, man. And they go, well, we'll go get them for 10%. And I go. So they found them up in Canada, right outside the border. Come to find out, this Lord's Record, supposedly a Christian label, were coming here and signing these little Christian bands, and worship bands and different rappers or whatever was going on, and anything they could get, and then doing the same thing to them, not tour support, and just taking the money. So Harry Fox went after him, and they were threatened with legal action. But we did get a couple checks, very small.
But it wasn't what it was supposed to be.
I'd probably be a millionaire now if we got paid what we were supposed to get paid.
And these companies like that, this ain't the first time that people have.
No, that's
and
why
still doing it.
That's why Harry Fox exists.
For that.
That's their sole job.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah.
They take advantage of these up and coming groups.
Yeah. You're young in your 20s. And
sell them a story of, hey, man, you could be fucking Aerosmith, Kids. This is you right here, right?
Yep.
But not reading the fine print, which is very important.
Yeah.
Man, aren't you glad that books like that exist?
Yeah. So it was kind of disheartening, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. And I just, plus I was going through a lot of transition in my life, and losing Anthony, and just having to start with Darren and rebuild. And then Rob come in, and he ended up leaving the band. There's different takes on that whole situation, but it was just a rough time, So
how is it when you lose a member of?
He was a founding member. Yeah, he was one of the
founding. That's even worse.
If Paul Stanley and Gene walked away from each other.
Yeah, it's already difficult losing just a regular member that came in later, but a founding member. How do you replace?
Well,
how do you even begin to even think?
Well, I did. He was first, and I was like, well, I got to audition bass players because I was ready to move on to the second album. And forget that late. I broke the contract with him. I go, you guys are corrupt. I don't want nothing to do with you. Harry Fox went after him, and I was ready to move on. And then my voice also, I had vocal nodules because I was singing. If you hear me sing on that album, I had like a 4.5 octave voice. So it was like, wow, I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And my vocal coach said, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself.
You fucked that up,
And I did. I got vocal nodules. So I was also looking for a singer that could sing the high stuff and then work with me. I always
give you
like
a break,
I've always liked bands like Alice in Chains. Like Jerry Cantrell can sing and play guitar, but you got that singer. Yeah. And they do the dual harmony stuff. Yeah. That's what I always liked. And
people don't realize how much that helps, huh? Especially if you're singing every day, every other day.
It's not only that, it was my art, what I heard in my head.
Yeah, true.
I like my voice, but it was like I wanted a powerhouse of vocals.
Yeah.
There's a band out there I just got kind of caught up with, Three Doors Down, or I can't.
There is a band called 3 Doors Down,
something like that, and they have two singers, two lead singer, and they go out and they trade off and they double and I was like, oh, so
that's dope, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pan out, and so Rob left and Leonard left, and me and Darren I started a cover band just to stay up on my chops and make some money on the weekends. Uncle Max, and we gigged around town, and we were real popular and everything.
What year was this?
I was like, we broke up 92, so by 92, 93, I formed Uncle Max. And Anthony, the original Traxter, actually moved back from Riverside to join Uncle Max because he wanted to play so bad. I'm like, yeah, dude. And I was writing originals, too, while we were doing covers, so it was cool.
How was the music scene out here? Was this here in Bakersfield?
Yeah.
How was the music scene during that time?
It was nothing like now. I mean, we packed the Chateau Basque on Union and Brundage every weekend.
Oh, nice.
Every weekend.
So there was a little bit. A little bit of everything.
There wasn't this. Mm-hmm. There wasn't.
It's different now.
And people, like, you threw a show at a warehouse somewhere, there'd be like 500 people.
There's people paying attention.
And pay $5 at the door. They throw keg parties and stuff. And Hart Park, we played out there a couple times. There was
dope.
300, 400, 500 people.
How before you continue on with your story, because this is very interesting. You're seeing a lot of interesting things right now. How do you? Earlier today, we had a conversation about how music has changed now.
Yeah.
You said about the phone, how quick everybody is now to get out, put albums out. There is not much time to promote anymore. Everybody wants it right now.
Yeah.
Right? How do you feel, man? You've seen a lot of changes going from cassette CDs to fucking MP3s now to all types of shit now, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I know you're working on an album now.
So anyway, that broke up, Uncle Max, blah, 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 blah. So 30 years go by, 30 years-ish, and real quick, the guys in Traxter contacted me and said, Leo has this cassette of demo stuff that I had written and we'd worked on.
Okay.
after we got signed and before we broke up. There was window span, and I just kept writing. So I was like, okay, and they put it, and they did stems of it in the computer. They took it and separated, sent me that, and I'm listening to these songs for the first time going, when did I write this stuff? Like, oh my gosh, so this is crazy.
For the people that are listening and don't know what a stem is, can you explain that? Well,
stem, like if it's a real bad recording, they can take VHS and sound recording, and it'll separate it.
Yeah, break it all down.
Break it apart.
Separate a voice, separate a guitar, separate a drum.
And I had to because I'm trying to write the lyrics. Like, what was I singing then? And then Darren had to figure out the drums, and we had to figure out everything. And so they started working on it. We had a meeting, and at first I was like, I don't know, dudes. Like, this is 33 years later. I don't sing like that anymore. I got to sit and learn all these leads, or at least...
That is true, yeah.
It was a lot of work. And the lyrics, I'm up at 4 a.m. just going, what the heck did I say or think I said?
Well, isn't that cool listening to
and then
old stuff
once I heard it a couple times, it's okay. I remember, that lick, and then writing that. And we had, we did a few live shows playing those songs, but then we broke up, so... So we picked 6 out of the collection, and we all had a vote on it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then we decided the tuning and how they're going to do it. So they went to work on it. Darren and Leonard really.
So it's coming together by this point.
Oh, yeah. They went to work on it. Darren did the click track. He has a full studio at his home, and then they have access to the garden studio downtown.
Because I remember you mentioned it when you first started working on this project. You told me about it. I said, "Oh shit, this is fucking dope."
Yeah,
it's happening. Right?
It's. I'll tell you what, the music it's crazy because
I love that. Man.
It sounds so fresh, and now that I'm in shock, and mind you, I'm listening to what I sang then, going, I can't sing that high stuff anymore. So I had to go, okay, what would I do now?
Yeah.
And lower that to this and this and this. So they got to work on the drums and the rhythm guitar, got that done. Rob, the bass player, had to relearn how to play with a pick because he went back to just playing in worship band,
It's different,
easy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So he had to go that. I had to go and learn all the lead and all my parts. And then I had to write, figure out what I was going to sing. So they got all that done, and then it was time to sing. And the first song, I just went in, and I'm listening going, okay, I think I'm going to do this and this. And they were just looking at me like, I wonder what it's going to sound like. And I just started singing the way it is now. And they were like, oh, dude, it was, oh, my God. And I'm like, really? You guys like it? Okay. So, we just got finished with all that.
Sometimes you got to move things around, right? I mean, but it's still doable.
Very much.
It's like a puzzle.
It was very different. But so then they had the first mixes. We had a meeting. We made notes. And then the second mixes, because, like little things that we agreed on. I didn't agree with everything that was being produced. I'm like, that part, more cowbell. And we don't like the cowbell.
Give them more cowbell.
Yeah, well, see, I'm going by the demos
skit.
and the feel of the demo. And there was like certain sections that were like, oh, dude, we got to keep that. But we voted, and it was like, well, they don't realize. So it was like 3-1. And then the artwork I didn't really care for. I was like, it looks kind of beat, It's like, it's cool.
Is this the artwork that you sent to me?
Did you? It was like
because you. You sent me
Dark City with Fireball. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one that you sent me, and you asked me for my opinion.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is cool right here.
Yeah.
But there was a meaning behind all that, so which you're gonna get to see when it gets released, right?
Yes.
And thank you for sending that to me. I think this shit is fucking dope.
Yeah, and I got positive feedback.
It's a really good album cover.
I just had other concepts for the album.
Yeah.
Other names and other things I was seeing, like, and I think. The Take Heed, the Dark City and the fire and all that. And I told the guys, I just think it kind of beat down that idea of.
It's been done before.
It's been done.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, but I know it's kind of like, Revelations and the Wrath of God and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm just not feeling it.
Is it too much?
I'm not feeling it.
This is just your opinion.
Yeah, my opinion. I just said I'm not feeling it, and we all could share opinions.
Yeah, of course.
So I came up with 3 other names and 3 other concepts, and the artwork was okay for him, but not what I was seeing. And so we finally had a meeting, and this meeting was, guys, we got to make the decisions the final, because we can keep going back and forth,
And sometimes when you're working with other people, once again, you have to twist your arm just a little bit because everybody in that group has an opinion and they have the right to give their opinion. Okay. And I'm glad that you're more vocal now than you were before. Because I mean, now you do have a say now versus before.
Well, before, as in what?
When you first got signed, right?
Well, no. I ran the band then. The band, they just showed up and played, and I said, this is a new song, here's how it goes. And I pretty much, the drummer just, would play what he played, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. And bass player, and, but they'd come up with little ideas here and there, but I pretty much would bring the complete stuff. But then when the label got involved, that's
where it changed.
Even the guys in the band had nothing to do with that. They were just like, all right, what are we going to do? And we had a meeting with some record people, and they're like, well, how do you want to do the publishing royalties? And I said, whatever's fair. What do you guys think? I think
which is a whole other situation, too.
Thing. Yeah. I just said, whatever's fair.
Fuck, yeah. So what is fair, too? Because, just real quick. We're going to sidebar real quick, and then we'll get back to where we're at now, right? What is fair? Because if you're a songwriter, if you play for the band, if you're a singer too, does that entitle you to a little bit more, or are we going to be like, hey, and I know everybody's opinion is different, right? Everybody's situation
the way
is different,
the pros do it, and we just had this discussion at one of the production meetings, like Nashville and all that. It's whoever wrote, like if I got an acoustic guitar and I sing the song. No bass, no drums, no nothing. Any song. But I wrote that percussion and I sang it. That's the owner of the song.
So that's a credit right there.
Period.
There's no argument. And we're just talking about one track,
I played the drum. Like Ringo Starr doesn't own what those guys wrote. Paul McCartney wrote a song. He wrote that rhythm and he sang it. That Paul owns that.
Yeah, so he gets the credit for that one. Yeah.
Now, if Paul, as a songwriter, like I did in Traxter, we had a meeting and they go, well, who's wrote? And they all three looked at me and they go, well, he's the principal songwriter. I go, what do you guys think is fair to split as far as just publishing, not tour support, not merchandise? That's just and they said 70-30. 70 to me, 30. And are you good with that? And that's fair. We didn't write this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
which is a whole situation
situation.
Did you ever hear about that Gene Simmons story about what? him getting songwriter credit
for what?
On multiple artists, different artists? So there's this fucking story, real quick.
Yeah.
So Gene, everybody goes up to Gene. Hey, Gene, what do you think about this track right here, right? And he's like, oh, it sounds pretty good, but instead of saying this, you should say this right here. This sounds more,
he would cool change a little bit or something.
That gave him credit in that song.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he would do it on purpose, because he wanted to fucking get that fucking credit.
Gene's all about money, man. He's all about he trademarked the freaking money bag.
Oh, hell yeah. Learn from him.
Learn from Gene. I mean, you love him or hate him, is Gene. I mean,
that's what you gotta do. But fast forward. Yeah, so we're talking about the album here. We're talking about the album cover.
The album cover.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. Royalties, is that where we're at?
Yeah, royalties. So, and then, we talked about this in the last meeting, and they're like, whatever. And I said, and Darren goes, dude, Nashville, that's the way it is. It's whoever picked up the acoustic guitar, played a riff, and whoever sang it, they own the song, period. Doesn't matter what the bass player did, the violin, nothing. Because you can go to a campfire and go, hey, this song?
Yeah.
There's the song.
Yeah.
Whatever goes around that, it's, now. But
crazy, huh? Yeah.
Darren said there are also bands that are really tight brothers, and they're like, no matter who wrote whatever, it's a split 6 ways or 5 ways.
It has happened plenty of times too.
And if the songwriter's cool with that, the main songwriter goes, I want everybody to have equal. That's fine too.
Yeah,
and
you're giving a lot of credit to all the bands that have done that.
Yeah,
because you are giving up money there.
Absolutely.
Money in your pocket, a lot of money. And if you make it big, that's a lot. We're talking about millions of dollars here. Easy.
So you got to think that through. And then, if I'd have done it with the first lineup of the band, 2 guys left.
Yeah. Do they still get fucking
exactly.
royalties? Yeah.
Yeah. So
crazy,
it gets,
I'm glad you're talking about
this.
Yeah,
it's business. And Eric Clapton said it best. He goes, the music business is just that 90% business. 90%, that's why so many artists fail. Yeah. They get delusional and they just don't understand it that way. You have a product and they're all in, well, I'm artsy and I want to wear flowers and do LSD. Okay, but you just sold 10 million albums. What do you want to do with it? I don't care. Like, no, you need to care.
You do, yeah. Even hey, someone like Prince.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, notorious for saying that.
Yeah.
He was very vocal. Yeah, he made all the mistakes too.
Yep. So I learned early. I tried to pass it on. Yeah, I like that. And I learned a lot this round, from Darren. Darren went in. He was, I don't know if you know the Smoking Armadillos. No, okay. They're a country band. Big in Bakersfield, went to, did all that. But after we left, I formed Uncle Max and, or was it, I think it was before. Anyway, somewhere in Traxter and Uncle Max, the Smoking Armadillos local country band, they needed a guitar player and a drummer. So I could play country in my sleep. I was like, yeah. So I went and auditioned. We did a couple shows with them. Look them up. They're big, and they toured with, all the big country guys.
I think you mentioned that on the last interview. Yeah,
but Darren learned a lot. He went from just this guy jamming with this Traxter band and, a cover band in Bakersfield to a signed professional country band. And we shared stories. It's like, dude, you work with the guys in Nashville. It's just a whole nother.
It's different. It's a different vibe out there.
So pro. It's just so pro.
But you learn a lot. It's a learning. It's like going to school. Yeah.
And he also studied engineering and producing.
It's a whole other situation.
So he produced it, engineered it. I wanted to be more involved, but it's all the stuff's at his house, and so I'd go over and see a little bit and make notes and email and all that. And like I said, there was stuff in the album I definitely would have did different. I think a lot of the artsiness of the music was sort of kind of not there. I mean, it's great. And again, it's stuff that only I would know, and maybe Darren would know.
Yeah, but you never know what the people are gonna like too, right?
Yeah,
you got to give them a little bit of everything.
I think everybody that hears this, even if you're 20, 15 years old to 70, you're gonna like it because
I love that right there. I love that. So you mentioned we have 6 tracks.
Only 6 tracks out of the bunch that they picked,
and that's fine. It's still good. Yeah.
It's I tell people, I'm just kidding about this. They go, well, what does it sound like? I go, well, it sounds. First of all, it sounds nothing like the first album. Okay. First of all, so? Well, because I don't sing that way anymore. So the lead vocals are completely different. The writing is much more progressive and professional. Because I was evolving as a songwriter.
Of course,
and so it just the structures of the songs and what went into them, and I said, what if it kind of sounds like, without saying too much about it, I would say if Megadeth, Tool, Pink Floyd, and Lady Gaga took LSD and wrote an album together.
Now you're mentioning a lot of dope ass artists there.
With some Jesus overtones. Thank you, Lord.
That's a big mixture right there. Okay, so now you're just teasing us now, man. That's a dick move right there. No, but that's cool though, because you're mentioning all these big bands. Okay, which I mean, I love the old catalog. So I can't even imagine what you got going on now.
It's very. It's gonna
be fucking dope.
Yeah,
are you okay? What release date? Do we have a release date yet?
Well,
is there anything in the works?
Yeah, we're talking to a couple distributor guys. I just got an email from one. He said, "Well, can I hear a couple tracks?" I said, "No, we got to get the copyright. We have the point of creation copyright, but we're going to do it actually.
It's a process.
We're going to do it actually through the government. You got to pay a fee. We're going to load everything in a hard drive, and I'm going to put on the old demos." And then the new mixes, all the lyrics, all rights reserved, who wrote what, who played what, and send that in. And I think it's like $65 or something. And then it's solid copyright. And then everything that we print out will say all rights reserved with the little copyright.
Yeah, do it the right way.
Just to protect it. Do it the right way. Because we don't know. This thing could blow up in our face and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know.
T, am I going to get a vinyl print?
Yeah. Oh, and that's
you got to do that, bro.
That's
you got to at least print a couple of them.
I just actually, me and Rob, the bass player, his son does a radio talk show.
Oh, nice.
Or
all right.
like play, like he does, I don't know, somewhere back east, and he does his own little radio and says, and he plays different kinds of music and all. Yeah. And he had talked to him about pressing vinyl.
Because get a couple copies.
It's a big thing. And he said, I talked to Bobby. He'll finance that.
Oh, that is
so.
You got to do a limited run.
Yeah.
And have the band sign off on it.
We have to sign it.
And make it somewhere like if you do a live event, make it only exclusive. You can only get it here.
Yeah.
That'll be fucking, but save me a copy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But
I for one, I'm very excited about this project, and you've been slowly, giving me some previews. One of the things, T, you don't sleep at all, huh?
No.
You don't fucking see.
I am.
Look, I'm someone that doesn't sleep.
Yeah. I noticed that. I call you at like 6 in the morning. He's up. I call him at 6 at night.
No. You're being fucking nice right now because you fucking text me at 1, 2 in the morning. Oh,
yeah, that's normal.
And you're like, hey, blah, 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 blah.
That's because
I'm like, what the fuck is he doing awake right now, dude?
I
love that, though.
I exist outside time and space.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you just can't shut it down.
Yeah, I can't shut it down. So, and then I do this voice thing on here.
Yeah.
And so it's
I'm the same way, man.
I can just... 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, whatever. I can get an idea and I go, and I can leave it. You don't have to answer it right away, but then it's out of my head and it's on there.
Yeah, but it's there though.
But it's there, so I can just go, okay.
Dude, I'm the exact same way.
Yeah, and I wake fine with that.
And I've gotten better. Yeah, I've gotten better with it because Cadillac is my witness. He would get messages at 2, 3 in the morning, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I just have this idea, man. Yeah, this is it. This is the idea right here.
You gotta go with the flow, man.
But I like that. But I got better with time. But T, you got my number. I get these messages at 1, 2 in the morning.
Sorry,
I'm like, what the fuck is T doing up right now? But this is dope. This idea is dope. Yeah.
You get it. I'm kind of trying to curb it down, and then like this, I just right now it's just turned down. So I tell people you can call and text me anytime.
You're pretty good about that too.
Anytime, day or night. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's 2 in the morning. I don't care. That's why I got this. It's automated. You get the thing, say, T, I need this, or text me. When I look at my phone, I'll get to it.
Hell yeah.
If it's an emergency, then call maybe like 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
There's 2 people alive that I stay in contact. Music business, and that's our code. If I get 3 in a row calls, it's an emergency. It's like, dude, we got to talk now.
Yeah.
And it's serious. So that's kind of our code,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think that's happened 1 time, maybe.
Yeah, but it's always good to have that. That communication.
It was an emergency kind of thing, and they go, dude, what's up? And I was like, hey, I was out one day feeding the homeless, and the guy had the cart, and there's a dog. Mama dog, and the tits were hanging, and I went down to pet it, I was like, oh, and I gave it a doggy treat. I didn't let the dog kind of warm up to me, and I just took it for, okay, it's cool, and I looked at him, and I knelt down in my bag, and that dog goes, wham!
Oh, shit.
Dude, split my motherfucking lip.
Right? Oh, man.
I mean, that wide open, dude.
Yeah.
Boom and boom. And I stood up. All I felt is the head hit my head, and I kind of went like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, doggy. And I kind of stood up and had a coffee, and the guy looks at me like, oh, dude, my dog bit. Oh, my God, you stupid dog. I go, no, don't yell at the dog.
It's a dog, yeah. What are you going to do?
I startled it, and I took a drink of my coffee, and it just goes, I'm like, I better go to the hospital. And it was bad, dude. I went to the urgent care up the road, and they called an ambulance, and they had to stitch it.
It's a very sensitive area.
It healed, it healed all up. But then I put vitamin E on it, and I got a picture somewhere in my heart.
You got to send me those pictures.
It was gruesome.
That's crazy.
It looked way worse than it was, but. That dog, yeah.
Is it worse than having chocolate on your lip like the last interview
I know.
that you did?
I know. I was so...
The last interview, nobody fucking told you to.
Nobody told me.
I didn't catch
you guys.
I know. Everybody. How many people were in that room, right?
Somebody could have said,
yeah.
Hey, T,
right here. Lick it off.
Yeah. I'm watching it back on, damn, guys.
T,
everybody high in the room?
Yeah, we were.
You were, of course.
T, I apologize. I didn't catch it until I was editing the video. I said, what the fuck is going on with T's mouth?
I got that chocolate protein bar, my coffee, and
but today,
talking away.
As soon as you came in, you went to the bathroom, you triple checked.
Yep, I'm like, all right.
You're like, all right, no chocolate this time, right?
The hair down, okay,
cool. We got the nice light set up. Junior hooked you up with the light set up right now.
Yeah. We learn.
We learn. Yeah.
We learn.
Hey, T, how excited are you of this new project that's coming out?
I think it's Leonard's just losing his mind over it, and you know, he was talking about when we got it all done, and we were emailing back and forth, and he's like, I just want to say how much I love you guys, and I thank you. And this thing is just like, you don't even know. He goes, he said, I've been praying for this for like 6 years, that we could just do something with this music and da-da-da-da-da. And honestly, I almost didn't do the project. But when I saw in that first meeting and I saw how excited he was about it, and it's just, you know,
this is awesome, man.
I couldn't just say, no, guys, you know, find someone else. And because Darren straight, you know, as far as I remember, he said, I'm only going to do it if we all four want to do it. And we're 110% in.
I love that.
So I committed to it. And I was like, okay. And there were nights where I was like, do I want to work on that guitar part? No. Am I going to work on it? Yes. Yeah. And I did. And
hell yeah.
And the leads were interesting because it was like, I was 20s-ish, and I used to want to play really fast.
Oh, yeah,
and sing really high. That was my mindset at that time.
Oh, yeah, and you were able to do it.
And I was writing. Too, yeah. And now I'm 62 with 33 years of experience, listening to my young lead going, yeah, I could do that a little more tasty, probably. Yeah, I mean, there was some great stuff.
Yeah.
But some of it was a little too much doodling, you know?
Yeah.
It's not melodic.
It wasn't necessary.
So it was good. I had time to really absorb what I did and then kind of reapproach it. And then Leonard actually I didn't have a guitar. Like, I had a 24-foot Jackson when I did all that stuff. And Leonard gave me a badass Jackson with the tremolo. He goes, dude, I never play the thing. And he's like, I play 2 Strats, and I did the whole album. I go, hey, I'm done. Come get the guitar. He goes, no, you can just keep it. I can send you a picture of it. It's just badass. But yeah, I had to, you know, relearn all that. And
this is fucking dope.
Yeah.
So are we planning on taking this album on tour, like doing some live events?
Live, as far as live goes, man, that's
you got to do at least one.
I don't know if we're ever gonna like do a live show with
too much going on.
Well, it's our health, the logistics involved, the gear we would need, the whole, you know, gig thing and the promo, and it's a lot of work.
I mean, look,
people don't even know.
If you think about it like that, yes,
it's a lot of work.
So you just do one, man. I would love to hear this.
I would. I mean, we could probably do it. I would probably bring in another guitarist or a keyboard player for some little ice can, you know, ice stuff on top, and
it's doable. Don't give me that shit that you can't.
It's doable, but I'm not the only one involved here.
Of course,
you got to realize, Darren did these drum tracks after having 3 back surgeries.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're not 20s anymore.
Yeah,
bro.
Of course. Yeah.
And Leonard's got high blood pressure and other health things going on, and Rob's dealing with his wife's health issues and his job, and you know, everybody's got stuff going on. That's why we recorded the way we did, because we had to work around Darren's schedule. And when can you be here? Okay, and I'd go over a couple hours.
But it got done.
Yeah, and we just kept chipping away and chipping away.
Okay, so the next best thing that I can ask for is, how about you get the whole band and bring them on the show?
I wanted
so we can review the whole album. And let's break it down. How about we do that?
I sent them a thing about this.
But this was last minute.
It was like,
so it's understandable.
When we talked before, it was like
2
weeks ago or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you said, well, not till March.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, well, okay. Is there anything cancellation? Let me know. So I let them know, hey, I already booked this on Bug, but it's not for a while, just to let you know. Then you call me and say, hey, tomorrow night. I'm like,
which does not happen.
No, I know.
This is maybe the second time in our 5-6 years we've been doing it. So, you know, the stars aligned right now. So that you can come over here and you can at least give us a preview
and
of
God
this
said, let there be podcasts.
Here we are.
All right. So we don't have a date yet on a release.
No. We got to get the first thing we got to do is get the copyright, the lyrics typed out, everything mailed off. Once it's in the mail, then I'll feel like, okay, now we can talk more. And I don't know. I'm thinking about releasing one single at a time.
Yeah.
And just say the album's coming. Here's the single, so we can milk the idea and start promoting.
Just start promoting.
I'm studying that right now. The other guys are kind of like, well, you and Leonard handle all that. And Leonard's really busy. His mom's not doing well and other things, So I'm kind of like, okay, we're not in a big hurry. I would say hopefully by New Year's.
Okay, that's not.
It'd be great if we do it right around New Year's.
That's not that far away from now.
2026 Traxter.
That'll be fucking dope.
We hit the market,
Hell yeah.
Brand new, 33 years later or whatever.
This is fucking epic, right?
Yeah, 30.
But okay, so how about we do that? We'll bring the full band.
Well, I got to talk to them
ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean,
then but once the album already, or send me an early version of it, and I can go ahead and start going through lyrics. I want to break down this album. This is fucking dope right here.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'll fucking like it.
Well, just imagine, like I said, if Megadeth, Pink Floyd.
Those are big names, man.
What's the other one?
You can't be teasing us like that.
Megadeth, Pink
Lady
Floyd.
Lady Gaga
and what was it? Tool,
there you go.
All had a baby. I mean, I
out know. Comes Traxter.
Traxter news. I don't know.
This is fucking cool right here, man.
It's heavy, but it's groovy. It's progressive. It's each song is its own thing, which is really cool. They all sound. There's a couple that kind of sound similar, but each one takes you on a journey. It's just that's the way I love it. And they picked. They had this big collection of stuff. Some really good stuff that didn't make it that maybe in the future, you
can revisit it too.
And there's a couple, at least one or two on the first album. I would love to go back and do it the way I hear it in my head.
Yeah.
It was the full production.
Hey, it's never too late.
State of the art studio and bring in the violins and the choir and just if you hear the song The Day, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then there's a instrumental called The Flight that I wanted to put on this album, but they fought me on it. I'm like, we need a seventh song. Let's do an instrumental like we did on the first album. Because the first album, you got song, and then this just acoustic thing that's called The Flight.
I love that,
right in the middle of the album. Out of
nowhere.
In
the middle, okay.
So it's like, whoa. But
that's different.
Some of the critics and people they were like, that's my favorite part of the album.
That's cool.
It just takes
which
you
is
off on
most artists, most bands release a instrumental at the very end.
I know,
but in the middle, that's cool. Like a little break, right?
I was doing all the music, and I'm like, I want this right there. And I wrote it on this with the effect on it. It's really pretty. And one critic from the other they had done, the three other guys did this other podcast with these three other guys like months ago.
Yeah.
And the guy wrote it, and they were talking about the album. They go, this flight thing. He goes, my only complaint about it, it's not long enough. So my pitch to the guys now with this new one, I'm like, why don't we take the flight, and then when it ends on that last chord, to make it restart again. And put it at the end of the album as this little, and then I had another one I wrote with a pan flute and an acoustic.
Oh,
it's called. I called today. I'll send it to you. It's just.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's on I got this Martin. It was found in a warehouse. Martin guitar. It was a DM whatever, and the guy was like, "Yeah, give me $100 for it, whatever." I'm like, "When did you buy this?" And he goes, "Like 1960. I don't know, whatever." I'm like, oh my gosh! I took it to the music store.
Yeah.
The owner pulled it out. He goes, "I'll give you $2,500."
Oh shit!
Right now.
Shit.
It turned out to be a Martin neck, glued on neck without a truss, one of the original Martins, and it was made in 1942.
Oh shit!
So
the guy that he didn't know what he had.
I didn't take the money. I said, no, I don't want to do that to the guy. What I want you to do is fix it. Like, make sure the next time, put some brand new strings on it, tune it to 432 tuning. And I had this song I'd been working on, this acoustic, really pretty little thing. And I started to write lyrics to it, but it was like something was saying, no, do a pan flute. A pan flute?
Pan flute.
And I had it on the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Like a pan
Which
flute.
is a whole different fucking
different vibe. So I tuned it up, and I just heard it in my head, and I just played along. I laid the track. I had 4 mics around me. No click track, no nothing. Just, you could hear me go, 1, 2. And I just started playing this thing, and I stereoized it, and the effects, and then I added this band.
You'll be able to hear it all around.
And I'm
That's
like,
fucking
guys,
dope
we
right
need
there.
this on there. And they're like, no, I'm just having tongue on there. All right. Well.
Damn it, T, you've teased us enough.
Yeah.
You did a whole hour of just pure tease.
Teases.
But, that's what they call you, T, right?
Well, it's funny you say tease us because I'm writing a book for the last 10 years. And
really? This is news to me.
Oh, I thought I told you that.
You didn't tell me about that you're writing a book. Okay?
Yeah, I've been writing a book, and
awesome,
and I write under the name Teases. Like Jesus, but it's Teases. Yeah. And some people got, like this one lady, you're trying to be like Jesus. I'm like, no. There's a story behind it. I was working in the studio one night. I'll make it real fast. Doing drums, blah, 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 right? The drummer comes in and goes, dude, that drum fill right there, can you make that one too? Because this one sucks. And I'm like, give me a minute. Because I'm working in Logic Pro 8. So I was like, well, I can make a new track and then double this and then move that. And then I'll just delete this thing. And so I went to work and, boom, boom, boom. And it was like 20 minutes later and he comes back in. I go, hey, check it out, bro. Here's the first pass. Oh, that's perfect. Hey, remember the one you fucked up? Here, check this out. And I played it and he goes, oh, dude, it's a miracle. From this day forward, I will call you Jesus Cripes.
You're going to roll with it.
It stuck with me, Jesus. So
that's fucking dope.
It's spiritual book. It's, little that's dope, man. That's cool, and man. Universal things. And I got some great mentors. So
that's fine. Well, I for one, I can't wait for this release. You got a lot going on, man.
I know.
No wonder you can't sleep.
Yeah.
T, you can't. When are you going to sleep? Next month?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
T, before we let you go, go ahead and plug social media, man. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Come say hi. My Instagram is TEEJUST. So it's T just teases, but it's only TESUS. Instagram, I'm starting to use more because Facebook's just so lame sometimes. They block. I go back on the last night and they wouldn't let me write a comment. Like my friend posted this really cool piece of artwork she did or whatever, and I'm like, I went comment and it went.
Like, no, T,
you
don't fucking comment.
So I look, why
don't start your shit.
Why can't I? No, I'm just showing love. I was like, that is badass. I love it.
You've been banned. They probably banned you, man.
I read it. I go,
what the hell did you do, man?
I don't know.
It's all those messages you've been sending around,
I don't
know. Hey, they're watching you, broski.
When Trump got shot, the day that he got the ear thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm on there and I post something from another website.
You can't say shit.
And it was like that, and then boom, and then I posted from another website a guy saying, I'm on my phone, dude, we were telling the SWAT team and the police there's a guy crawling up the roof with a rifle.
Yeah.
And I just posted from another website, and they blocked my account.
AI.
They blocked my account, dude.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I waited, and I said, what? What?
The fuck's going on with this world?
So I peeled it, and they said, the reason was, you're too busy. Are you insane? You can't do anything. They won't call you on
Don't even try to find. No, that's non-existent.
So I gave them like 3 days. I looked it up. Can I sue them over this? This is ridiculous. I lost I had like 5,000 or 6,000 Facebook.
Yeah, that's done. That's done, ski, bro. Ski.
So then I had to start Tee Tafkatlas and go find friends and start all over. And then they.
But okay, so what's the account? What account are we using right now? Make it easy for everybody.
Facebook TEETAFKAT. LAS, real some Tafkatlas, which stands for the artist formerly known as the letter after S. It's a joke, but Tee Tafkatlas, and it's a little headshot of me or something. You'll see. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you on there, the Instagram, whatever. Email T the Trace TEETHETRACE. My direct cell phone number is 1-800.
Don't do that. Don't
1-800.
Do that.
Wait, 1-800. You're not going to get it.
What a dick. Hey, T, how about I leave them with one of my favorite songs, Party Tonight, the demo version you sing. Yes, man. And we'll catch, T, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, man. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Namaste.
See ya. Namaste.